What's going on? Hello Ego here, and I just got another little quick tip for you that might be helpful. And this was based off of a question that someone asked in the Producer Dojo community that I'm a part of. The question that was asked in the Discord was if there was any way to copy the LFO from a Serum into the LFO of an Ableton sampler. And as far as I know, there's no way to do this. I really just don't think the two formats are compatible. The LFO is just different in here. You really can't get the same kind of multi-stage envelopes or LFOs in sampler as you can in Serum. So the workaround for this, probably the easiest workaround, would be to use an envelope follower. So I'm going to show you how I do that. What I've got here is just this wubby Serum thing. I just threw some drums on top of it for fun, and then I have this long sub. This is a sub that I made, by the way, from Analog Oscillators. If you're interested, I give this away on my Patreon. And speaking of, if you find this helpful, I have information on my Patreon right here. Just search for Hello Ego. Got a bunch of different tiers, monthly sample packs, tutorial videos, track reviews, custom sample packs, and I also offer private lessons as well. All right, so getting back to this. What I can do is I can duplicate my Serum, and I'm going to name this one LFO Follow. And the idea here is what you want to do is take some kind of simple waveform and then use that as your follower and send that over to the filtered sub. We can see that in the original Serum, I have the LFO controlling the level of this oscillator, also the filter cutoff and the distortion here, just to create some extra tone. But in the LFO Follow Serum, all I want to do is I want to switch this to a very simple sine wave. You know, some kind of simple waveform will work for this. I want to turn the unison down, so it's just like a mono sine wave. I'm going to turn the filter off. We don't need it. Turn the distortion off. We don't need it. I just want a clean, pure sine. Now, the LFO is still associated with this level right here, and it's the exact same LFO that is in the Serum that we're going to hear. I can also, on the LFO Follow, get rid of my filter that I was just using to cut the sub from the top bass here. So now that I have this, it should sound something like, right, just a really low wub. I can use an envelope follower. Oops, if I can spell envelope. And I can turn the gain up a little bit. Something like that. And what I want to do is get a utility, slap that on my sub channel, and map the envelope follower to the gain on my output. And you probably want to adjust this so you don't go up past 0 decibels, otherwise you can get clipping. See how that's going up way past 0? I'm just going to go ahead and lower the amount that this envelope is affecting it. That's pretty good. It's pretty close to 0. I'm going to stick with that. At this point, all you got to do is turn off your LFO Follow, and now your filtered, your sub, I call it my filtered square sub, but your sub will wub right along in time with your Serum. Now, of course, anytime you got to make changes to this, you have to go ahead and duplicate the Serum, and go through the process again. So it's a little bit of a pain in that way, but hopefully you found this useful. I feel like it's probably the easiest way to get one of those complex LFOs in Serum to match, a sub wub, right? Or vice versa. Get your sub to match the Serum LFO. So yeah, hopefully you found that useful. Lots of tutorials like this on my Patreon. Again, the link is in the bio down there, so if you'd like to check those out, along with a bunch of really cool sample packs and things like that. All right, until next time.